Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to show you only platinum. I would like to give you my long-term view on platinum. I'm very bullish platinum, even though some people think it's not going to be used anymore with regarding to electric vehicles. But anyways, I think I have some decent things to show you on where I think we're about to go for platinum when we restart this run for platinum. So, as you can see, we're going back 50 years, more or less. And yeah, so I want to show you this was a big run up in the later stages of the bull market in the 70s. We went up from like 150 to roughly 1000. And we did the same, back in at the start of the century. We went from like 350 to 2000, more or less. So what I am looking at for platinum, and when I'm trying to project long term where we are going next, um, for me right now I have it on the log scale because we're looking at such a big time frame, and therefore log scale only makes sense to me. So if we try to frame this pattern right here, I would always look at the top here and then going down like this, more or less. Let's go like that. So you can see we have the top here. Then this grinding phase, you cannot break out, drop back, and then we broke out. If I were to do a similar thing to the peak back in '08, right, we take it right here. As you can see, I did the similar thing, right? We have the top, then we grind it here, and then we can connect the lows here. So what I am seeing is that these two, this price action right here and here is more or less the same. And therefore, I think we are about to see more or less the same what happened afterwards. Um, so yeah, and why do I think it is the same? The way I see it, this is the top, right? We have the top here, we have the top here, then we have one big bottom, which is here. I know this is a double bottom, but anyways, it fits the same thing. Then we have this grinding right here, the grinding where we couldn't break out, the grinding here. Then we had a turnaround, right? A small breakout, and then we went into a squeeze. As you can see here, a small turnaround, breakout, and into a squeeze. As you can see, the same. And yes, we have the COVID madness right here, but that's just something to ignore. Well, not to ignore, but it was a major black swan event. So in that regard, uh, we will leave it out. So to me, these two are the exact same. So what I'm looking at here is what happened afterwards. You can clearly see that once we broke out of this squeeze that we had right here, we went on to do a major bull run where we went from, let's do a measured move here. We can just move all these not so straight lines. Let me do it like that. Away with you. Bye bye. This one and that one. Okay. So if we do a measured move from where we broke out, which is right here, all the way up, we have a 500% move. And we can do the exact same over here. So if we have the squeeze going across like that, that means the breakout is somewhere around here. Don't have to be so precise. The story will tell it's the same. Okay. So roughly this is the exact same measured move after we broke out, which in my view will give us a target of 6,200 if this were to play out again. So that's one way to look at it in my view. Also, let's go back here. You can see this big run up here. That's 650, and we have 530 here. So the run up is, or the melt up, whatever you want to call it, is more or less the same. So that's one way to look at it. So I think when we break out, I think we're going in for a big move up. Will we reach 6,200? Maybe. But there's also one other way I would like to show you where we also could end up, and that is if you take the high here, connect it to the high in '08, and you draw a parallel channel all the way down here. And as you can see right now, right, we have the highs here, and also the lows is adding up very well to this. So if we are to break out here, it is in my like that. It is, to me, we could also at a minimum reach the lower side of this bad boy right over here at around 3K. So depending on how you measure it, if it's 3K or 6K, I know it's a big difference, but no matter what, when we break out here, we are to do some massive gains somewhat quickly during this decade, I would say. And also, if you were to do some sort of elite wave, where is it? Am I blind? Okay, this is number one, two, and then we can have a let's do a poll like that, three, then four, five, maybe. If we were to get to go all the way up here, of course there is resistance at this top. I mean that's totally fine, but uh, but yeah, that's one way to look at it. So yeah, I'm very bullish on platinum, and I think if we zoom in just a tad here, the big level to really start trading above more than just a week or a day is this right here. You can see it across. That is roughly the 1K level right here. The 1K level is very important. And right now we are sitting, what is it? It is 1K. So that's perfect. But we really need to get above 1K and take out this high. And then we are in for what I think could be a at least 3x, at least 3x in platinum. So that is not too shabby. Okay, that is my take on things regarding platinum. And yeah, please like and subscribe. And also, as always, follow me on Twitter. Uh, I appreciate every single one when you follow. So please keep following, and yeah, have an awesome day. Cheers.